Well, I've just got here. I've been here. Well, I've made about, I don't know, 12, 15 steps into the field. I'm at the only place I've got to look. It's had about an inch of rain on it. Rained on and off all day yesterday. It ain't just real wet, but it's wet enough. I'm seeing some material. That'll get us started. I'll take that. Keep looking. Thought I'd show you this. I come from, you can't see it, but on the other side of that hill, pretty good ways off is the width of the field, and I still got some back this way. But anyway, I come over here on this side of the field because I consider it to be the more productive part of the big, vast territory. And on my way across, this is what I found. Of course, you've seen this one. A few steps on down from that, and I found that one. And I just now found this one on this side of the field. I found those two coming across. So I'm batting pretty good. 3 out of 5 complete points. I'm calling these complete because they are complete artifacts. Whether they be salvaged or not, they're complete. But anyway, that's unusual. It won't end up that way. The next 5 may be broken, but we're going to work on them. We'll show you something if we got anything interesting to show later. I've got another one right over there. It looks to be complete, but I was going to tell you something. After I turned the camera on a minute ago, I found that one and that one. But what I was going to tell you, I don't know if I can see it or not, if I can get it. But anyway, the main camp is in a spot out there. I'm probably 30 foot, 40 foot off of what I'd consider the main camp to be, and it kind of encompasses a pretty good slope, you know, all directions, that way, that way, that way. And this way is kind of level, and here's a theory. If you've got time to go beyond the main site, what you would consider to be the main site, chances are you'll find things that you would find over there, but don't eliminate the idea that there's some on the perimeter of the main camp. Because you and I do the same thing. We don't stay in the house all the time. We don't stay in the camp all the time. We kind of branch out and go in different places. And here's the thought that I'm trying to get across to you, is that if I brought an animal back to camp that I had killed out in the field, I wouldn't take it right up in the middle of the camp except to cook. I would probably skin it out here, or I'd probably gut it where I killed it, but I'd probably skin it just away from the camp, because you'd probably end up using the the hide. So you wouldn't want to do that in the field, ever how far away from the camp you might have killed something or harvested something, either way, however you got it. So I'm thinking that they probably, around the perimeter, of any given camp, if you go out far enough in whichever direction, I'm persuaded the prevailing wind most of the time here comes from, it blows northeast. So you get on the upper side of the windage to where that, smell and whatnot won't be going right into your camp. They were civilized, as much as they could be. They weren't barbaric, so they used common sense, like we've forgotten a lot of times, But anyway, that one was on the outside of the camp. I just had thought, I'm going to go on out to where this turns over. And while it's not a lot of debris or a lot of debitage, not a lot of sand, no telling how many times on different sites that I've went in and found things just outside of what I'd consider to be. And they may be as far as from here to that woods, as far as that goes. So if you've got the time, it's worth it a lot of times to check on the perimeter, because a lot of times in the camp itself, you'll find a ton of broken stuff, and even if it wasn't broken in manufacture, it was probably replacement tips for arrows, and after a while, they subject to just break them by walking on them if they collected, if they gathered up abundantly, and I'm sure they did. Anyway, food for thought. Well, my ratio's been shot. That looks pretty good. works for me. I'll keep looking, see what else we can find. There's a good chance of rain every day this week. Well, I say a good chance, 30%, 20%. If it'll hit it, the auction man says if you hit her just right, hit her just right. So if the rain hits this place just right, you could wash all this fluffy stuff down, and there'll be another hunt right here. Hope the wind ain't bothering you. I have to carry this around. I might find a corn or something out here. Yeah, this is the field I walked a couple of weeks ago when they just turned it. One of the only spots right now that I've got that I can look. And I don't know if it'll ever change or not. I'm glad to have it. Like I said before, I'm going to keep on looking, see what else I can yield. I still got a lot of it to look. Can't believe they camped here on this sloping hillside. I mean, it's got a grade to it you wouldn't believe, you know. But out up there it's pretty good, but there's a lot of stuff down here. There's as much stuff down this slope as it is up there, or more. I'm hoping for one. It's been a little bit. Looks like a base. It's gonna be broke, but it may be blunted. Yeah, it's blunted. I'll take it. It works. As usual, I found several blunts. Let's keep looking. Well, I hope the back of it's there. Well, it feels a little bit. Yeah, it's there. It's stemmer, just like a lot of them. I'll take it. Piece of Harrisburg shirt. That looks like a smoker. That's probably the best piece by far. Or it's going to be close, if not the best piece by far that I've found on this side. That's awesome. Very good. Tickled to death to find that. It maketh my day. This may be another one. It's not hardly as good, but it does look like a tip worked right there. Check it out. The other one was only about 10 foot that way. I'll keep looking. Well, there's the blunts. And like I said, my ratio got shot today. I think I counted like 77 pieces besides these right here that I brought in and cleaned up that I put in a bucket outside. But all these are the blunts that I found. I think there's 13 of them. These two right here are really cool. They're uniphase blunts. This one and this one. It's just super cool. They used them a lot. I'm telling you they did on that site. This right here's a cool piece. See the little nibbling they done on that edge right there. It's just a piece of material. They looked at it, no doubt, and picked it up and said, "Oh, I believe I can use that." And they made them a cutting edge right there. I had a good day. There's a piece of Harrisburg shirt. It's a, I don't know, kind of like a two-tone brown color. Harrisburg shirt comes in a lot of different colors. Good round of stemmers today. Complete piece. most of the time, I don't know why it is, but most of the time, if you find complete pieces, they're nearly every one nearly the same style and nearly the same size. That is actually little for what is common, seems like. I was trying to show you, this is a case of that come from there, and you can see that the complete pieces, for the most part, they're all on that same 2-inch scale. And, I don't know why that is. It may be just the material that they have to use. If you don't have big material, you don't have big points. That's a pretty cool point. I like the color of it. Pinker on this side. Rough material. They used it. There's a piece of banded material. And then this piece right here, I like it. It's really nice. Dry it off a little bit. It's got some pretty color in it. I think it is anyway. Nice edge work. It's got a nice patina on it. Bluish yellow. Not sure what style it is. I'm sure it's probably in line with whatever these others are. Probably woodland, middle woodland, probably, I would say. But look, I had a good day. Here's my hammer handle. On my last video, I showed you I had found that head metal taken, and I had refinished it, and then I was gonna put a handle on it. So I had me a piece of. I actually made that myself out of a piece of oak. I burned wood, and that was a piece that I had. It's seasoned and it's harder than a brick. But I managed to get it and made one that was semi to scale for the size of the head. It's probably 12 inches long, I would guess. And I didn't put the nail in it yet. The head still comes off, and I don't think I will put the nail in it. There it is that I found with the hammer. I'm fearful to put it in it for fear that thing will eventually do what they call get flash rust on it, they call it, and I may have to sand it or grind it and redo it. So I may not ever put that nail in it and glue it together, because I don't plan on using it. But anyway, I had a good day, and if I can get some rain, it'll be on. I mean, I don't know that I'll do any better than I've done today, but good chance of finding a lot of stuff, because I understood it didn't get but about a ½ inch on that field. So it's got a lot of washing to do. Appreciate you watching.